Hi, good evening everybody. In this video, what are 10 reasons to feel optimistic for next season? Coming up. Just going to do some talking videos today, guys. And this one, I came up with just 10 things that kind of stood out for me. I just made a list. I said, what can I talk about? I wanted to do just something different where I'm kind of being a little more personal and talking to you guys, not just the board and clips. I wanted to talk with you guys a bit, you know? So I came up with 10 things that kind of stand out for me, what I've taken from this season so far. So I'm going to go over this list. I'm sure a lot of you will agree with some of these points. And let's get on it because I want to do a few videos and I'm basically just going to talk tonight. I'm going to yak. There you go. You know, let's do, we'll do my regular type of videos tomorrow. But tonight, guys, just one of those days. My little girl's sick, and it's just I'm down, and I just need to talk. And you know, God, I hate to see animals getting ill, guys. It just drives me nuts, man. So let's get into the Sabres because that's a positive subject in my life nowadays. Okay. I'm going to call this video, I guess, the 10 reasons to feel optimistic going forward, you know? So, number 10, we already know drafting Jack Quinn over Marco Rossi and Cole Perfetti was the right call. I think it's time that we lay that to rest because I know I've seen some Sabres fans talk about that and go on about that. And guys, I don't know. I think we hit a home run there. We hit a home run. You guys remember, Sabres fans were pissed off. They were ticked off. Adams made the right call, I think, getting Jack Quinn. We've got a goal scorer. Let's not forget, this might be our top sniper in the future, guys. He's not even on the team yet. And, you know, this is where Sabres fans don't take long to understand the game of hockey like some other fans, okay? What people don't get about our fans is that we know this guy has one career goal, and we already know that was the right call. I'll leave it at that. Okay, number 9. I got getting Devon Levi as a toss-in with that first rounder for Sam Reinhart is literally a blessing. Guys, it's literally a blessing. I'm so sure this Devon Levi is not a flash in a pan. I'm absolutely, I feel really good about our goaltending. It's a long time since I can say that. I feel really good about our goaltending. You know, I know we need to get a veteran goalie. We do. Maybe we can keep Anderson another year. I liked what I seen of him this year. Guys, he's as calming as like a Zdeno Chara, older Zdeno Chara on defense, if you can see it that way. You know what I mean? He's like a guy past his prime, but he's not washed up, and he still has NHL caliber goaltending to offer this league, and he's willing to do it on a team that he knows isn't going to win the cup. You know, and I think that says a lot about his character. And I would really, guys, I want to say it again, I'd really like to see Anderson get a spot inside our organization when he retires. I really would. It's that important what he brought this year, it really is. So I'm going to put, again, though, the Devon Levi factor as a huge, this might go down as the key trade. Not even the Jack trade. This might go down as the key moment in Adams and his deals. If we look at a Stanley Cup in the future, this kid Devon Levi, we'll just leave it at that. Number 8, and I think this goes under the radar, guys. The steady development of Jokiharju. Henri Jokiharju, guys, has really come a long way. I know I mentioned recently in a video I could see him being moved. I could. It almost feels like he's a forgotten guy on the team, even though he's a top pairing defenseman. It just feels like that sometimes. Jokiharju, you know, that trade. You know, we've ripped off Chicago a lot in the past, in deals. God almighty. So getting Jokiharju, oh my God, was for Nylander, guys, Nylander. They took Nylander from us. We would have sent him there for a 7th round pick, no questions asked. They gave us Jokiharju. I still can't make sense of it, but it is what it is. But it's been a steady development with him. It's not like he's completely flourished and he looks amazing and we're talking about him. But guys, he's one of those guys that night after night after night, we don't complain about either. Have you noticed? How often do we complain about Jokiharju and after games when we get killed? We don't. You know what I mean? But we don't talk much about him either when we win. So he's one of those steady guys that continues to develop nicely at a nice steady pace. I thought I'd mention him. Number 7. I'm going to say the speedy development of Mattias Samuelsson. I mean, that, guys, it's just, I could put this higher, but there's other things. I kind of put my favorites higher, maybe, you know. But the speedy development of this kid says a lot about our internal development program, our franchise, just how he's developed and what they're doing with the AHL, all of it. It really does say a lot. And how we brought him up, it feels just at the perfect time. I think he's a keeper. I don't think, I can't see him like next season and in the preseason and all that, and then disappointing and we have to send him down. I'd be surprised. Because don't forget, what he's doing right now, I think, is what we're expecting and hoping for, and he's doing it already. He's a big physical defenseman that eats up a lot of area of the ice. Kid's awesome. Number 6. I got to throw this in. Yeah, the surprising season by Kyle Okposo. I didn't see this coming, and what a pleasure it was to see this guy when I had written him off for dead. I did, guys. If you look at my old videos of last year, I just said, forget this guy. It's just never going to happen. But it's funny what a blessing maybe Granato was for him. Certain guys, like Granato really seemed to work his magic with certain guys in his team, which I'm going to go over. But Kyle Okposo this year, guys, he brought it. You know what? I think this was the first time maybe in a long time that all of us were all in on Okposo, and it was like, I thank him for, at the end of this contract, that he actually showed up. And I hope he shows up again next year this way. I really do. Because it was fun to see, him come back to life this way. It really was. I got to say, it was almost touching, actually. So I want to mention Okposo. Number 5, the maturity of Rasmus Dahlin. I think all of us can agree with that one. And I would put it higher, but the thing is, we expected it. You know what I mean? We kind of expected Dahlin to mature eventually. But to see it kind of happen overnight is kind of not, it's not really a shock. It's more of a relief, because you guys seen early in the year what was going on with this young man. He was struggling. We were pulling our hair out with this guy. He was making so many boneheaded mistakes. You've seen it night after night. It was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Like, we can't send him down, and we can't trade him. We can't do those things. That just shows that, we can't develop, and then you've seen it all over the internet. You guys remember seeing it. The Sabres destroy players. That's where careers go to die, and all this crap, all those Debbie Downers out there, So the maturity of Rasmus Dahlin is really important, because not only are we paying him $6 million a year now, he's our future. He's our future franchise player, and we need him to come of age and become what he's becoming lately, especially. Number 4, the maturity of Tage Thompson, turning into a big centerman, guys. How many times have we used to see in the past, we talk about, oh my God, like, it's so impossible to find centerman. We just took one of our wingers and turned him into one, I think his face-offs will get better over time. He's a hard worker. Let's not forget that Tage is a very hard worker, and when he gets to where he wants to get to, he pushes himself even harder. We see it now. I won't be surprised in the future, guys, if he gets really good on the face-offs too. Let's see next year how that. We'll see how his numbers finish this year, and then we'll see next year. But you know, this, I got to give Granato credit again there. What he did with Tage Thompson was just genius work. It really was. He took this guy who, we would have been happy this guy before, let's not forget guys, we would have been happy with this guy before the season getting 15 goals. We all would have took that, right? As a winger. Now we have a 30-goal centerman. We got to be grateful for what we've done too this year. Too many fans, too many Sabres fans complain. Okay? I'm not the channel for that crap. Just so you guys know. No. Go over to the other big channels that, you know, they welcome in that negativity. I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy. I spent money and made this channel to get away from that crap. Okay? I want to put that out there because as the channel grows, you're going to see me banning people, especially when they get negative. I know I had some guy come in here and he was being negative. No. Gone. Out. Not me. No mercy. Number 3, the comeback season of Jeff Skinner. Let's not forget that. That was hard for me not to put number 1, okay? What Skinner did this year, guys, was not make us hate his contract. That's more important than anything he could have done. Anything. The comeback season of Jeff Skinner is huge for us because now Skinner has his confidence back going into next year. This year, everything was question marks with Skinner, right? We weren't sure. But you see, when I did videos before the season started, I talked about Skinner being one of those guys who would bounce back this year. I thought he could get 30 goals this year. I think I even got laughed at, but I thought he could get 30 this year. I did. So Skinner, I expected that kind of season. For me, it's not a shock. Number 2, the return in the Jack Eichel trade. The return in the Jack Eichel trade, I'm not going to say we won the trade. Even if Jack is out with another injury, I'm not going to say we won this trade. I just won't get arrogant like that and say, no, I won't do that. Because that can backfire right in our face thinking that kind of crap. No. The return in the Jack Eichel trade was just perfect. And I'll leave it at that, okay? That's where we got a guy that was a distraction, and this was another guy, another Sabres fan that was coming in here getting angry. We're talking bad about Jack. And if you don't agree with the things I say in this channel, summon up the courage and start your own. That's what I'll say to those trolls. Summon up the courage and start your own channel. But don't come in here like a little weasel hiding behind your computer. Come on. The return in the Jack Eichel deal, okay? The return in the Jack Eichel deal looks like we won right now, but that can change over time. So I don't want to go there with that. But what I will say about the Jack Eichel trade, we got everything we hoped back. We got the first rounder. We got the young stud. We got the leader. How can we ask for more? For a guy that was a cancer in our dressing room, I'll just say it. He was a cancer. Could care less how people feel about that. You know what? He was a cancer in our dressing room. We moved him out. We have a new foundation of players now that Jack can't cause a divide anymore in the dressing room. That's a mistake, giving this guy $10 million. That was a damn mistake. Oof. All right, I'm calming down. Number 1, we finally have a stable hope for next season. When's the last time we could say that after a season, guys? When? So next time you're feeling sorry for yourself as a fan, or you want to complain, or you want to be negative, try to ask yourself one question. When is the last time the Sabres gave me this much hope in a season where I know they're not going to make the playoffs, but I really feel good about next year? When's the last time? On that note, that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.